Hey Erin, so first things first, I want to tell you about all the groups I've got into, all the exciting stuff that's happened over the past week. Number one, I am officially on the competitive ballroom team. I have a partner going to rehearsals. I'm absolutely loving it. I might actually compete for the first time on November 7th, so that might be coming up pretty soon. All of that's very exciting. Number two, I got into UC Dancers, which is the contemporary dance group on campus. It's kind of like U Ballet, but not, much more contemporary modern style. Very, very excited about that. I auditioned, and it was basically the first class I had taken in a year and a half. But it went surprisingly well. I felt awful and completely sore for the 2 days after that, but at least I performed well in the audition. I really liked the choreography, so I got in, and I think I was one of 13 who did, including dancers from past years. So that was really exciting. Number three, I got an interview for Jumpstart, which is the work-study teaching preschoolers on the south side, and not only did I get an interview, I then actually was offered a position, which I've accepted, so that should be starting soon as well. So much excitement. Second thing second, midterms. Question number one, why are they called midterms when there are 3 of them in 1 quarter? I don't really understand how that makes sense, so if you have any wisdom on that, please enlighten me. I had my calculus midterm this past Friday. I thought it went really well until I looked over the weekend and I saw that I had received a 66%. That was very, very concerning to me. Of course, I went through the whole emotional turmoil of I don't belong at the school, why am I here, I'm so stupid, I hate myself, all of that usual Maura drama that had to happen at some point. I came in on Monday, got my exam back, and lo and behold, my calculus teacher had made a simple addition mistake and added up my points wrong. So crisis averted, I didn't get a 66. Another insight into life in Calculus 131. My chemistry midterm was yesterday on Monday, and I thought it went really, really well. Chem actually, despite being the class I was looking forward to the least, has now become my best class, and I'm doing really well in it, I think. I did get my exam back today. My professor's quite intense, so she turns them around like nothing else, and I got a 95. So that was really, really pretty exciting to have that be my first mark in chemistry, which is a subject I've never really done very well in. Another thing that's exciting that happened with chem last week was that my professor took me aside after one of our problem-solving sessions and actually walked me to my next class, and she wanted to just know about how the class is going for me, how I was doing. I told her a lot about my experience with chem in high school and how I didn't really do that well in it, I didn't really enjoy it, but how now actually doing chemistry is my favorite homework, and how her class is one of my favorite classes, and that everything she's doing is really working well for me. So we had a really good check-in and a good 10 or 12 minute conversation, and at the end she was just wanted to ask me whether I needed things stepped up a little bit, if she needed to step things up for me, and it was kind of funny, but it also boosted my confidence a lot in that class, because to hear a professor say after only the first few weeks that they had already remarked upon your homework and how immaculate it looked, or noticed that you were really doing well in that class. That's something that's, for me at least, really exciting. Today, last day of crazy midtermness, if you can call them midterms, I'm not really sure about that yet. I had my final of my reading cultures paper due, as well as my chemistry lab write-up due. So hopefully after today things will quiet down for a bit, I can actually sleep and go back to being a normal person, because I have not been normal the past few days, as I'm sure Margarita will be able to tell you. I just wanted to check in, let you know how things were going. I know this is kind of like a speed through update, but the past few weeks have been really busy, on top of my getting sick and everything else. So I miss you, I love you, and enjoy.